What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. We have a lot to go over here today. First being the Dodgers. They parted ways with third baseman Gavin Lux as they dealt him to the Reds on Monday. In return, LA will acquire a competitive A-balance pick, which will land them the 37th overall pick in next year's draft. Not to mention, they acquired prospect Mike Sirota, who was selected in the third round last year by Cincinnati. Now, despite many baseball scouts and insiders having high hopes for Gavin Lux, the Dodgers' first-round pick from 2016 had trouble living up to the hype. Although he made his debut in 2019, he really didn't see any consistent ABs in the bigs until 2021. Now, his rookie year was underwhelming, as he slashed .242, .328, and .364 through 102 games. The following year, his bat did improve, as he hit .276, slugged to .399, and had an OPS of .745. Not to mention, it was the first time he collected over 100 hits in the bigs. Now, with said improvements, it looked like Lux was finally going to turn into the star shortstop we all hoped he would. That was until he tore his right ACL during spring training in 2023 that subsequently ended his entire season. Now, although he returned from the injury last year, a series of throwing errors in spring training called into question his ability to man shortstop. Now, to put insult to injury, Lux was the weakest link in LA's lineup in the first half last year. He carried a .213, .267, and .295 batting line into the All-Star break. Now, despite Lux turning it around in the second half, where he slashed .304, .391, and .508 in 61 games, LA just did not see him in their future plans and decided to move on. As of now, it's going to be Hae-Sung Kim, the guy they got from, I believe, Korea, Andy Pages and James Outman, who will be looking to replace Lux at third base. The next topic is that the Oakland Athletics, they have actually extended one of their current players. Yes, hallelujah. That is Brent Rooker. Yes, the A's and Rooker have agreed to a 5-year, $60 million deal per Ken Rosenthal. Now, the deal includes a vesting option for a 6th season, which could push the total value of the contract to get this $90 million. Not to mention, Rooker will make $30 million for the first 3 years of this deal. Now, first, I just have to say, what a steal for Oakland right here. I mean, there's not a lot of times someone gets to say, Oakland got a steal in a deal. I mean, to be honest, I'm shocked. Brent Rooker is, first of all, one of my favorite players in baseball, and is someone I desperately wanted the Tigers to trade for this offseason if possible. I mean, let's just look at his numbers right here, guys. Since getting to Oakland in 2023, via waivers, by the way, which is insane, he's popped off, okay? He had a slash line of .246, .329, and .488, cracked 30 long balls, and drove in nearly 70 runs in 137 games. Then a year later, he virtually did the same thing. In 2024, Rooker nearly batted .300, .293 to be exact. He slugged .592, had an OPS of .927. Now, when it comes to the run production, the 29-year-old cranked 39 home runs and collected 112 stakes. I can't be more happier for the Athletics here. I really can't. I mean, it sucks for the literal Oakland fans. They're finally spending money the minute they move out of the Coliseum, which I think is stupid in itself. I get the pain. I feel your all's pain, but I gotta say, it's nice to see Oakland spend some money, especially on their own kind of homegrown talent. I know he wasn't drafted by the A's, but he's basically homegrown. Now, the last thing I'll mention, I think it could affect the remaining free agents. I saw a tweet that said Rooker's team-friendly contract of 5 years at $60 million could bring down the market for guys like Bregman, Santander, and Pete Alonso, who are all 30 years old and seeking a 4 to 5 year deal. So I just thought that was interesting. Let me know your thoughts about that, and could that be a possibility? Now, topic number 3, Verlander has agreed to a 1-year, $15 million contract with the Giants. Now, JV is entering his age 41 season season and seeking his 300th career win, which he's about 40 wins shy of. Now, it's said that Verlander does not anticipate 2025 to be his final year in the show and plans to pitch for a few more seasons, or at least until he gets 300 wins, I imagine. Do I think San Fran gives him the best chance to win another championship? No, I do not. You know, the Giants are going to be lucky if they make a wild card, let alone going to the World Series. I just don't see it happening in that division. Do I think him signing with the Giants was more of a personal move? Yes. I think he wants to play in California where he lives. I think that's a big part of it. I think being close to Los Angeles, his home, is another big part of it. Him and Kate live out there in, Southern California. So I think that was kind of the main reason here. Also, the amount of money he got kind of pisses me off as a Tiger fan. 1 year, $15 million is the exact same deal Detroit gave to Alex Cobb, who I think is going to shit the bed this year. He's going to be awful for the Tigers. I'd rather give JV that money, okay? I mean, I bet the Tigers would make way more profit on just the marketing aspect alone if they brought back JV on that particular deal. Not to mention, Detroit whiffed on guys like Walker Buehler, Michael Lorenzen, and Charlie Morton, who also only got 1 year deals. Not to mention JV and Morton signed for the exact same amount, $15 million, as Cobb did with Detroit. So that just pisses me off, but those are kind of my thoughts on the JV deal. Had to include some Tigers rant in there because he is a former Detroit Bengal. Finally, let's go over some rumors. It's rumored that Nolan Arenado, who flexed his no-trade clause back in December to block a potential deal to Houston, is willing to accept a trade to the Red Sox. Speaking of the Sox, they remain interested in Alex Bregman, another third baseman, which I hope they do not get. Third, Vladdy Guerrero Jr. and the Blue Jays are still far apart when it comes to a contract extension. How far apart, do you ask? Well, just about $100 million far apart. Looks like the Jays are only willing to go to $350. Guerrero wants $450. So there's that. There ain't no way in hell he's getting $450 million. I'm sorry. Lose some weight, buddy. Speaking of big-time money and big men, Pete Alonso is looking for a, quote, Prince Fielder type of deal, which, if you don't remember, he signed a 9-year, $245 million contract with the Tigers in 2012. No way in hell he's getting that deal. I'm sorry. Nope, not happening. From nobody. I think Steve Cohen has a limit, and Steve Cohen knows Alonso ain't worth a deal. Look at how Prince Fielder ended up. Speaking of the Mets, they are reportedly in talks with Alex Verdugo. And that is it. Please like, please comment, subscribe. I'd appreciate it, guys. And as always, I'll catch you guys later.